Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another game of Stratego. This is going to be a ranked game on one of my accounts. It's not my main account. It's like one of my accounts that's like in low silver here. It's going to be against I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that name. Yeah. So I'm using my noob killer setup once again. It's been working very well for me in the past, so I'm gonna continue using it. So this game is this is a very close game. And I think you guys will really enjoy it. It's comes down to the wire. So yeah, let's get into it. So he's advancing down the right. Looks like a blitzing setup of some sort. He attacks my scout with a miner, which is interesting because people typically have like sergeants and lieutenants in the front. So that's pretty interesting. He moves down there. I know that it's a bluff, so I'm just gonna hit it with a major, and it's a captain. So that was relatively lucky, I will say. So yeah, that was a pretty lucky kill, but he shouldn't have moved between three different pieces. I mean, he knew one of them, but yeah. So yeah, he's doing some sort of blitz down the right. I'm gonna take that sergeant on the left with my captain. I doubt it's been defended by a major. It could be, but I doubt it. These people don't typically have majors on the side. Yeah. So now I can scout that piece next to my captain because it could be something. I use that lieutenant as a buffer in case that's the marshal I would like to know, and I'm pretty sure one of those two pieces is the marshal. So I go scout that. I don't scout it right away. I just move it one by one. So here, I don't know which one to hit, but I hit. I think I decided to hit up, and it is the marshal. So that is very good info. So the other piece is probably something like a major or a colonel or something like that. He's moving in there. I hope he doesn't attack my major. That would not be ideal. Well, it looks like he will. So that's a little bit of risk. It's not a big risk because the spy that's not a typical spy spot. I think my spy actually is there on my other setup, but whatever. So yeah, that was a little bit unfortunate. So at this point, we're down a major, up a captain, down a lieutenant, up a sergeant, up a minor, down two scouts, and we know the marshal, and we know the other piece is probably a colonel. So he keeps gonna scout my bomb there. That's totally fine because it's being guarded by a sergeant. So bringing down a minor won't really get him anything. So since he's a martial blitzer, so that's two sergeants in a row on the left side. That's pretty interesting. So since he's a martial blitzer, that makes me think the general is one of those two pieces that's guarding the center, but is behind the lake. So that's what I'm thinking right now. I think that the general's in the center, the marshal's on the right. Kind of sucks that my general's pinned. Oh yes, you can see this record. Hasn't played as many games as most martial blitzers. This guy's only played around 150 when most of them have played like 300 plus games. So that's probably a minor coming to defuse that bomb. I'm totally fine with that because I have a sergeant behind it, like I previously stated, and he'll have to do like a lot of moves to take that sergeant because I have a empty square with the marshal. So he moves in there. The reason being because neither of those pieces hit him before, so he knows that they're not the spy. So he's trying to scout my corner bomb. That's I think that's his current plan of action. So I just moved that out of the way. That does tell me that the general's a good piece, so I probably should have moved it up, so then I could confirm that that's like a kernel of some sort. But I didn't. That's whatever. So so yeah, he really believes my general's a good piece, so that's pretty unfortunate. I lose a sergeant to a lieutenant, but I can take it with my captain, so at least that's something. So um yeah, I debated going left to bluff, but I just decided there's no point. So that is a colonel like I suspected. So we know Marshal Colonel, and we took that lieutenant. So now we're down a major, up a captain, and up some minors. We are down a couple scouts, but that's no big deal. So looks like the left side is gonna be his junk side. I'm guessing all three of those pieces are bombs. So we find another lieutenant. So I can take that with the captain. I'm totally fine with that because I'm up a captain. And changing that to be up a lieutenant plus getting info of likely the general is I'm totally fine with that. So I debate moving my scout over so then he can't scout my bomb, and I end up doing that. But I assume that he's just gonna have another scout there, so it doesn't really serve much of a purpose. So it looks like he's gonna let me trade scouts, but I am pretty sure he's gonna have another scout there, so it's not gonna matter. And yeah, he did. So that's pretty unfortunate. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take that in the center. I'm confirm the gen. Looks like it is. So since you know that that's the general, where do you guys think the spy is? It's probably that piece behind the lake on the right. That's acting like a bomb because it came from next to the general. So here I'm trying to get his marshal like down somehow, so that I can get my gen up and get the spy potentially. So he's bringing down another scout. Probably gonna find out my lieutenant, but that's whatever. So I bring that up, and yep. So he moves that potential spy next to his general. So that just even more confirms that it's the spy. So he's gonna scout my lieutenant there. Not much I can do about it. I debate taking that because I assume it's a bomb, but I don't take it because the general is just gonna take me, so that would be kind of pointless. So yeah, scouts my lieutenant there. But if he goes down with his marshal and takes it, then I can run my gen up, scare his colonel, and then get a spy. And I'm willing to do that trade right now because my marshal is not known. It looks like he's bringing down his colonel to defend that, which is pretty unfortunate. Or his colonel to take it, but he won't be able to take it without moving his marshal down first. So Dulce does that there, and now he should go down with his colonel and then take it with his colonel. He takes it with the marshal, which is a mistake in my opinion because now I can get my general out and get his spy because it could be the marshal. He doesn't know what it is, and he can't beat me. Yeah, I can just run from that. So gonna be a piece that's probably like a scout or something that finds out what my general is. But at this point, I have a spy in 2 square. I can get that spy, so I just take that 3 piece. It's a minor. I'm totally fine with that because that's his third minor. And if that minor what was my martial, I would be in such a good spot right now. But unfortunately, it's not. So yeah, so just a little recap. Diagonal to my marshal and general. I mean, sorry, diagonal to my minor and general are is his general, and then to the left of my general is his spy, and then his marshal is two to the right of that colonel I have on the right. It just moved, and then his colonel is way in the bottom right next to my bomb. So that's the state right now. He's kind of just forcing me to hit the spy at this point because he's moving his marshal over. I'm perfectly happy with that because I did get a lot of moves out of him. So yeah, just like I expected, that was indeed the spy. So it looks like he's going to trade generals. That's about what I expected. So the marshal's moving back down. So I attack that with a minor and ends up being a lieutenant. I did not think it was, but whatever. At least we know that now, and we know the marshal, so I can safely come up with my colonel and capture that lieutenant. Yeah, that'll be very nice. So at this point in the game, I am down a major, but my marshal is not known. It's kind of obvious, but at least it's not known. And a major in the end game, if everything's traded off, it's not gonna matter that much. So yeah, looks like my marshal's coming back for defense. and also the colonel's coming over on the right. So it looks like he's that with his lieutenant. So I'm totally fine with giving up the info of a colonel to capture a lieutenant. So he goes down, and I'm just gonna obviously move up. He's probably gonna move his colonel over and force an exchange, or that's the other colonel, even better. So we know his colonel, we know his marshal. He does not know ours, but they are all again pretty obvious. So I do that, hoping that he'll believe that that's my spy. And looks like so he's probably trying to scout it. So I'm just gonna go left, enforcing the fact that it's my spy. I'm aware that he is able to scout my marshal, but I'm actually okay with that because it's all to sell the bluff that it's my spy. So it looks like he does try to scout it. I'm not gonna let him because like who would let the spy get scouted? So I'm obviously gonna go left here next to my sergeant. And yeah, so he's another scout there. I kind of expected that, to be honest. But so that bluff didn't really work very well. I'm gonna leave my marshal in the open intentionally because that was a bad move with the scout in my opinion. Yeah, I'm gonna leave open in the open intentionally so then he might not think it is my marshal, even though it is relatively obvious again. So what I'm thinking now is that I should try to bring my colonel and my marshal up. That's another lieutenant that I could take. So I should try to bring my colonel and marshal up, and then hopefully I can like trap his colonel with them, and then hopefully he'll guess wrong on which one's my marshal, and if he does, then I get the colonel and I win, and I basically win the game. So that's what I'm going for right now. It might work, even though it might work, but since my pieces are pretty obvious, I'm thinking it won't. So here I take that lieutenant, and I'm gonna lose both captains. But thankfully there is not a major on that side, so I know that I can just move that captain out of the way. That other captain, I don't believe that one's known. It might be, but I do not know. So just going for my other captain, I have to lotto. I assume they're all bombs. Yeah, so in retrospect, I probably should have gone left and hit up because that is I believe less likely to be a bomb. But whatever, it was Marshall Blitz, so I assume he bombed off that side. But now his marshal's out of position, so I can get my marshal and colonel up and go attack his colonel and hope that he makes it bad guesses wrong, I guess. So this point I'm down a major, down a captain. This game is not looking good for me. He's trying to scout something. I hope he doesn't scout my spy, but I have 3 squares, so I will be fine. If he scouts my marshal, that'll be pretty unfortunate. But looks like he doesn't scout my captain. I can't remember if that was known or not, but if it was known, then that was a waste of a scout. So I'm trying to make him guess wrong on my marshal now. So now I'm gonna bring my marshal up and hope that he thinks it's my colonel and then hits it. So he's trying to do that. To scare me, that's not gonna happen. He might try to go back to the center now. Yeah, so he does. But I can beat him with my marshal. And this is the moment of truth here. Let's see if he guesses wrong or if he guesses right. And he realizes that he's gonna have to guess at this point. So yeah. So let's see what he does. So he's thinking about it. And he unfortunately he guesses right. Um, I might have done better to move the marshal up, so then the colonel will be guarding the sergeant, and then he might think that the marshal is the colonel. because I think since the marshal was guarding the sergeant, he didn't think it was I mean, he didn't think it was sorry, since the marshal was guarding the sergeant, he probably thought it was the marshal. So that's pretty unfortunate, but he guessed right, so just gotta live with it. So now this game is not looking good for me. So bringing down some pieces, so I can get a if he goes down there, yeah, so I can get a free piece with my marshal. So like I'm not complaining about that. So he goes there, I can go up, and now I can get a piece. So that one's a captain, so that's good info. I can hit left to see what that is. Just a minor. That is the fourth minor though, so I'm not complaining about that. So we know captain. So now I'm thinking about trying to trap it with my major. And here he traps my marshal on that side. Well, no, he doesn't trap it actually, because I can just go right and then I'll have to move his captain. So in my opinion, that was a very bad move because I'd be glad to trade and get a captain because now I'm only down a major and I am up some smaller pieces such as minors. So I'm not entirely sure what the point of that play was. So now I just gotta find one major and then trade off the other two majors. So then I'll know is only majors. So then I can just exchange captains, go down the line, and I'm up to two lieutenants. So I can win this game. So I assume that's a major. So I'm just gonna keep it pinned there with my spy. I'm totally fine with that. So I go over with my minor on the left. I'm trying to get something because I'm pretty sure he's gonna be bringing down all of his majors on the middle and on the right. So at the moment, where do you think the flag is? So at this point in time, I think it's either bombed in the left corner or bombed in the center. So that miner is probably pretty good assumption to hit up to see what that is. It's a sergeant, so pretty unfortunate. I could have gotten that with my captain instead of hitting the bomb, but that's whatever. So now I'm thinking this flag's definitely bombed in on the right side. So I can get that sergeant because I'm pretty sure all of his majors are in the center. So that's very important to get because I doubt who would have a corner major. Like I highly doubt it. So at this point, I'm not doing that bad. I just if I can find out one major, then I win. So that's obviously a major threatening my major because he wouldn't move next to that if it was like a captain or something worse. Unless it was a scout, so that's either a major or a scout. That's what I'm thinking at this point in time. So it looks like it's a major. So we trade off there. Now I'm pretty sure that thing in the center is a major. So it moves next to my spy. I actually square up pretending that it is my major. Looks like he's bringing some other piece over. Probably another major. So yeah, there I signal that's the flag. So yeah, that's probably another major coming down. So I bring that up to confirm that is indeed a major, and yes it is. So we know a major, now we just have to trade the other ones off, and then I can start bringing up captains. Now, what my opponent should have done is brought two majors down the left and taken my captain. And that was a blunder on my part. He could have, yeah, that was a very big blunder on my end. Because he could have gone left, trapped my captain, forced me to lotto, and then I would have lottoed into a bomb because I'm pretty sure that side's bombed off, and then he would have won the game. So that was very lucky for me. So now I know I need to get this captain on the left. I need to get it back into action because it's just kind of sitting there being useless on the left. So I think the piece diagonal to my captain right now is not a bomb, but if I hit it and it is a bomb, then I basically lose the game. So I don't want to risk that. And here I make another mistake. So I move this captain up next to the major, and in my opinion that's a mistake because the major is known, and he still has another captain that I don't know about. So what I should have done is brought both captains down the right, but I didn't. So now I'm gonna have to use a scout to find out a captain, which is not ideal. Let's see, so I messed that up. So that piece in the corner can move, which means that side is not bombed off. So we're probably gonna end up exchanging captains on the right side, which I am totally fine with because again I am currently winning because even though I'm down a major, I'm up two lieutenants, so I'm definitely winning this game. I'm also up a few minors. So I walk my scout over there to the right to confirm that's a captain. Then I will be in a very good position going forward in this game because then I will know the major and the captain. Then I can start bringing out lieutenants. As long as I just trade captains off, then I can win this game. This is so yeah, this is how I like to play the end game. I just move it up one by one, pretending that it's my captain. So then hopefully he'll hit it with his captain, trying to trade. So that piece can move. I thought it could, and I do not think that's a captain. I'll be very shocked if it is. So I'm probably gonna continue moving that scout up and trying to find a captain. So I bring that lieutenant up, and that reason being is because that piece I know that it's not a captain. It's most likely a sergeant because it was next to two probable bombs. So yeah, I can continue bringing my scout up to confirm his captain. And yes, so that is the captain. Good info for me. So now I know that I can bring my lieutenant down the left safely because I know the captain and the major. And I'm pretty sure the piece behind his captain right now is his minor because it's logical to like pair your one of your highest pieces with a minor. So he thinks that my lieutenant's a minor, which is why he defends those two bombs with that probable sergeant. So that was a very bad move in my opinion on my opponent's end because now my captain's on the same side of the board as his captain, and that's a way better board position for me. So yeah, I act like I'm a manager going for his flag, and he's just not phased about it. Yeah, so he's just not phased. So yeah, the big going left, but then I realized that going down is way better. So yeah, I pretend like I'm going to his flag, but he doesn't care. So I assume that the flag might not be bombed in there. It might be somewhere else. So it looks like he's trying to like push me out of that area. So I decided to go up, like I'm a miner again. And he goes left. So that tells me that the flag is not bombed in there. It could be somewhere else entirely. Um, it could be like there could be like a sergeant in there. I don't know, but the flag's not there. So I come up try to trade captains because that helped me a lot in this game. And he does, in my opinion, that's a blunder because now I know his major. I have two lieutenants, and all he has is a sergeant, minor, scout, major. So I'm pretty sure that I can win this game at this point. Because his major, if he keeps it pinned out on my lieutenant, then I can just win by exchanging other lieutenants, then coming up with the sergeant, exchanging those, and then coming up with a minor. So yeah, I realized that. So his major cannot defend both my lieutenants. So I just bring one down the right and one down the center. So I think this guy at this point he starts realizing that a major is not going to be able to defend him against two lieutenants. So I'm just kind of getting his pieces all in a cluster there, which is excellent. I got right there. Now his major's kind of in a bad spot. That was a blunder in my opinion because now he has to go right to save his pieces. I'm not gonna just go right and I can pin his major now because if he moves it away then one of those pieces is taken. So I basically just pinned his entire setup. So now I can start running a miner up and there's nothing he can do about it. But by the way he was acting, that's not a flag. So he does that. That won't really help him too much. He can get a piece by, but um it wouldn't do much good because I have another lieutenant, so I could just trap it. So he's just two squaring me that accomplishes absolutely nothing. He can't go down. So at this point he's just stalling with those three pieces, and I'm okay with that because it gives me time to bring a miner up. So it's just continues to waste time with the major, so I can continue bringing my miner up. And so yeah, let's see if that's a flag or if it's somewhere else, and he's just been like bluffing me or something like that, or if it's like a bomb installation or something like that. So we detect that it's a bomb as I expected. Now let's see if that's a flag. By the way, he's acting. It's not, but it might be. So it looks like there's the sergeant. That was pretty interesting, but I can trap it with my lieutenants because his major's kind of confined to that part of the board. Um, so at this point, I know well, I don't know all of his pieces, but I can infer it. So the sergeant is in the center. The major is the one that I'm keeping on it with my lieutenant. Um, then there's a minor in the scout. I don't know which one's which, but um well now I do know which one's which. So at this point, because he moved that more than one, I know every single one of his pieces. That will allow me to win this game. So he scouts that minor. That was interesting. I don't see a point in that, but so now I have both lieutenants up there. He can't defend both with his major. Okay, he went left, so now I can get the minor, and now he has no way of getting my flag. I'm not gonna let him just get one for free though. So I can get that minor, and I'm thinking his flag is to the left of his minor at this point. So he's just endlessly two squaring me. I will be able to get one move of freedom once he gets the you may not continue like attacking this piece if you're not able to capture it, like that warning message. So I can actually go for the sergeant. So then he's forced to move that. So it looks like he just doesn't care to attack my other lieutenant. I can go for the minor. I can take the minor, and now he can't win. He's out of minors. I have two lieutenants, and I'm pretty sure I know where his flag is. It's to the left of my lieutenant. So he hits that with the sergeant. I don't see what the point of that was. So I just bring a minor up just for fun, and this is where he decides to surrender. So yeah, that was a very intense game. A pretty well played ending by me in my opinion. We both did make some mistakes though. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.